Hey, welcome to the Red Sea. My name is Jesse. Before you jump into that video, make sure you visit KoolAidMan100x.com to get custom ebooks and other things that's available on the website. Link will be in the description below. Also visit the NFL shop to get yourself some Kansas City's Chiefs gear and your own personal team gear as well. And also, all the other sponsors will be in the description below. Now back to Kool-Aid.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy KoolAidMan100x. Welcome to the Red Sea. How you guys doing? We're going to be jumping into the Jaguars offensive playbook. We're going to be looking at a formation, gun bunch, spread, nasty. We're going to be looking at a play called corner divide. It's going to be a pretty easy play to break down. We got a lot of options on this play, so we're definitely going to be looking for our 1 and 2, which is the 5 and 1 theory. If you're interested, make sure you join my membership. Link will be in the description below to get the 5 and 1 theory technique that'll help you utilize in the past Maddens and future Maddens as well. So this technique will be universal forever. So we're going to be looking for our two guys. Is pretty much going to be probably going to be circle and X. That's going to be our 2, but if not, we're going to see how this triangle route runs back here, which is kind of decent. I think we can get a couple yards out of that depending on if he's not getting blocked. We want to see the animations on if he's getting blocked or not. And he actually got past the defender. So we're looking at triangle right now and seeing how if we can make him R1 when we're labbing his play, which is kind of decent. I like it. He doesn't get caught up in the blocks as well. To me, I really don't think he needs to block, but overall, if it's sending pressure, he will be there. I would say on every possession. So triangle probably going to be our go-to. Why? He's actually jumping off pretty well, and we usually always got one guy to just bust through and beat. So that's not bad to actually utilize for triangle. So we see him. You see the pressure. Then we got him. Depending on if they don't have any backfield power backs, this is the way to go. So if you got a speedy back, you definitely can get it. So I think triangle will probably be our guy. As we see here, he gets caught up in the block. We just wanted to see how he plays. So triangle might be our 1, depending on if they're sending like that type of pressure. If you see this type of pressure, I want to see how fast will he be. Will he be on the block or will he jump off the block? So we can't really make him R1. So we're going to focus on circles. Circle probably is going to be R1 here because I like that zig route he does. It's a little bit of a zig route. I wish you can adjust zig routes, but overall it's pretty cool. I like the way he runs this route. So it's not bad to run in general. So we see here that C route is nice to run and sending pressure, so he comes right back inside to get those nets. So I think the circle route is going to be R. I would say X, depending on if I can hit it in that. See, that's the problem when you try to hit that window. That window is kind of tough to throw for X. So X is going to be a hell of a throw to try to make, depending on how the defenses work. Because you want to throw it in this window, but just like I said, with Madden delays, I believe they actually play it towards the defender's strength. Because I feel as though that throw can be made way before the defender gets there. Because I've been throwing it here. That ball should be damn near at his hands, not the defender's hands. So I actually got a understanding on how that is being ran. So we got our circle, which is our dime piece. That's going to be our 1. We already solidified circle as our 1. But our 2 is between that X and that R1. So we have to identify which one will be open. So that window is tough, but he actually beats through. Wow. Did not expect that window to be that tough. But that's the type of windows you want to throw, depending on the receiver you have. Because I throw a nice bullet pass lead down, which actually gives way better position for the player. As you see here, as we see it here, he does not have a break on the ball. So this is what I was talking about before, is that Madden never really got the throwing aspect down, I would say, because these are the type of throws I'm talking about we should be able to make in an instance. You know, if he has a break on the ball like this, the ball should be right here. we should be able to make a play on this ball every single time because he can't break the defender. You know what I'm saying? That window is always going to be there. I think it's just because the game is coordinated that way. It makes it more balanced for them to catch. But overall, I really think R1 should be a little better. Just like this window here. Way better break on the ball. Way better. So the way the defender is playing it, he breaks off. Bam, right there. This is what I'm talking about. And I don't understand like certain plays. When he breaks, this is pretty much how I throw. When he breaks, bam, I try to get the ball there when he breaks. That way this defender won't react in time. Even a switch stick can't react to that this time. So sometimes people with switch sticks do have an advantage, but you have to take where the coordination of how football is actually done. So Pashley up. That is a nice throw. Nice one right there. So I'm picking between my 1 and 2, but you can switch off between R1 and X pretty much, which would be our 2 and 3. Basically, we got our 1 with the circle, but depending on how this defense is ran, if you got a two-man set, just Pashley up and just let it fly, basically. And that is a beautiful throw. Beautiful throw right there. I don't even see how that was orange, but it was a really nice throw. So that gives an opportunity there. The X, depending on how the defender is being guarded, I want to throw this window, but see how late that window is, depending on how it's guarded. But the crazy part about when it's guarded like that, you really think that window is open, but that ball just gets there so late. I'll be trying to throw it like when he breaks here, I'll try to throw it here. You see, and it's like it's delayed where it just bam, interception. And I don't know why. But if I would have waited, if I would have thrown to target R1 and his back is turned, I could hit this window right here perfectly. Pretty much right about here, this would be the perfect window to throw it automatically. So you'll definitely have that. But circle is always going to be R1 to check down to. So just like I said, it's between R1 and X, depending on how the play is being ran. We don't know, because if we throw landslide, we don't know how that safety is going to react. Is he going to switch stick? Is he going to switch to him? We don't know. So we have to understand like, oh, that play is going to be available. Even if we have to wait a little bit to see how this defense is ran. But 9 times out of 10, I will not throw that route. X, so R1 is probably going to be pretty much going to be my 2. R1 is going to be my 2. Because I'm sitting though, there's way more of a window I can throw to in a way. And I can hit that as much as I can. So if I'm seeing it and I see X open, I can probably hit it. But if I don't, I'm hitting R1. But overall, the out route is kind of tough to throw. But if I get the seam, the body, you see how I can get the body over there. It's depending on how the defense is thrown, man. We don't know, because this is a tricky play to run. But I actually got my player a little bit more better to understand how R1 is ran. If that 2-man is there, I could throw it. If it's not there, I'm underthrowing it. But 9 times out of 10, I'm going to throw it longer. So I was throwing, I don't know. So in this instance, I wouldn't want to throw like this, you know. So we don't want that situation. So yeah. So we want to focus on making just high. And you see how they guarding high, high risk throws like that, L1, R1 up. So yeah, that's pretty much the way you want to throw that ball. So, and overall, but our check down is always going to be our first, is this circle route, which is very good. If you got a receiver with really good route running, it actually breaks off very well coming across that middle of the field. And, he does phenomenal well too as well. So I would say circle would be the best bet in a way. So depending on how the player is actually ran, we don't know. So yeah. So, but if he runs that route a little bit more better, circle will be open literally every time. So I hope you enjoyed the play. I'm going to catch you guys on the next video.